year sophomore, Eugene Joseph. Number 2, number 24, senior, Thiago Conceicao. Number 3, senior, Armand Shoon. And future player, my son, Amat, III. It's been a memorable season for us. We're a school that's been around for 50 years. This is our first trip to Lakeland in our school's 50-year history. I feel we showed a lot of resiliency, and we have things we need to learn for our returning players, but nonetheless, I'm very happy with their effort and with their attitude and the way these young men rose to the challenge this year when really, even in Dade County, we weren't favored or considered a team that was going to come out of region. So it's been a wonderful year, a great accomplishment, and we owe it all to the Lord who willed it for us.
Good question. Coach, you had a very high-scoring offense during the season. What did these guys do? What did OCP do defensively? That's kind of what they're known for. Did they do anything that made it difficult tonight?
I felt that their length and their discipline on defense was something we're not accustomed to seeing that much. Maybe only a few games this year, and they're a very disciplined team. And I felt if we would have made some adjustments as we did in the first half, we knew they were going to be a strong second half team. We kind of wilted there in the third quarter with their pressure, but basically the main difference was they had some good length and they're a good disciplined defensive team. And we struggled with their 1-3-1 half court somewhat. We picked it up in the first half, but the second half we knew they were coming with that. We made some adjustments, but we weren't able to capitalize on some costly, unforced turnovers.
For Coach or any of the guys, you can talk about just a little bit, maybe until the fourth quarter, it was so hard to get these 3 pointers to go down. Was it maybe a matter of not playing in this building as opposed to maybe they have experience every year? I guess why the struggles? Do you feel your opinion?
I mean, it's basketball, and sometimes in games, shots doesn't drop. It just doesn't go your way. And I mean, we try to shoot through it, we try to fight through it. But at the end of the day, those first 3 quarters, it was not happening. And that's why we started taking it into the paint, driving into the hole, because our threes was not falling. And in the fourth quarter, they came along, but they came along a little bit too late.
In the first half, you did a really good job on Enriquez. He's a very good player. But in the third quarter, he knocked down a lot of shots. How do you felt you did against him?
That was our main focus. I thought we had a good game plan coming in, and we executed it defensively well. We wanted other guys on the team to beat us, and we did a fairly good job in the first half of that. We had our lapses defensively in that third quarter. The tide changed right there. If you lose a shooter or a player of his caliber, he's bound to burn you. And I felt we just fell asleep a little bit, got a little undisciplined on our defense, which gave him some good looks. That's all a good player like that needs. We had the right game plan. We just have to execute it for 4 quarters.
They also, they came out hitting a bunch of those threes early on, but you stayed in it. I mean, can you talk about just the effort these guys, especially in their first time here, to do that and stay with a team like this and give yourself a chance at it?
We were very happy at our defensive scheme and what our philosophy was coming into this game, even with those threes. As I told the guys after the first quarter, hey, they're hitting about 80% of their 3-point shots, and it's still a 4 or 5 point game. Okay, calls are going their way, still a 4 or 5 point game. We're turning the ball over, unforced turnovers, yet it's still a close game. So, we were willing to live with some of those early threes as long as we stayed in our defensive philosophy, which kept us in the game. But once we got out of the defensive philosophy and they started getting into the lane and creating a lot of different ways, that opened up the game for them. If we were able to maintain our defensive structure, we were willing to live with some of those threes. No team is going to go shoot 75% from three-point range throughout the whole game. And even though they were hot early, we were right in the thick of things because we were disciplined on our defense. Once we lost our discipline, you could tell the difference. They got a lot more transition baskets, things going to the basket, finishes at the rim that they didn't have in the first half.
Thiago, can you talk a little bit about your experience at Westwood, sort of just over the course of your career?
I came to Westwood because I talked to my friend. Like we had I was like since my freshman year, my goals always to be at Lakeland. So I met my friend Shoon, and he's like, "Come to Westwood." I went to Westwood. I thought we had a good team. I thought we had a good chance to make it to Lakeland, and also I knew the coach was gonna work with me, was gonna push me to get where I wanted to. And he really cares about his brand. And I really got like when I met him, we really connected, and I really have a really good relationship with my coach. And I really like that. My experience at Westwood was really great. I really enjoyed it. Like everybody's like a family over there. Everybody's I'm happy over there. Like it's just probably one of the best years of my life. Being at Westwood, it was great.
Guys, if we can talk a little bit more about what Coach was saying about be the first group to make it here. And overall, if you look at it, the school has made strides. I mean, the baseball team also made it last year in good shape again. How talk about like just being a part of, I guess you say the rise of the school's athletic program the last couple of years.
I mean, it's something great to be a part of, because as we walk around in school and stuff like that, as he said, it's all one family at Westwood. And to see our fellow classmates, which is on the baseball team or the basketball team, that they're having success also, I mean, it just challenges the other sports team, the other kids to do something great too. And I think is something that's remarkable, that we can challenge each other to bring the best out of each other. And being a student athlete, there's nothing better that you could ask for.
Coach, you played Grandview in the regular season. Can you talk about the matchup? How do you see the OCP Grandview, those two teams matching up?
I see it to be a good matchup. I can't tell you that OCP, which is probably the favorite, is just going to come in and beat them. I feel like I told these guys, two teams play for everything, all the marbles, anything can happen. I really believe that. And, Grandview's a well-coached team, as is OCP, so it's going to be a real nice matchup. I anticipate a good strategic defensive matchup between both.
One more question. Coach, I guess just about the future of the program, until you accomplish this, and obviously you're going to have to make up for some pieces there, but just what something like this does to your program and how you can keep and sustain it going forward.
Well, I'm very proud of the young men that played this year. They're not only warriors, but this is a group of Christian young men. Sometimes that's not a big deal in Lakeland, whatnot, but in our school and where we're from, we're very proud of what they do off the court as well. And I just feel that this year, what we've been able to do this year and last year is instill in them certain traits that if you apply on the court can be applied off the court to make you a winner in both on and off the court. I really believe that. And these young men have bought into that. And I've seen them grow, not only as basketball players, but as young Christian men and athletes. And I just feel that the future is bright for Westwood. We feel one of the top sophomores around in Eugene, Joseph. And we feel that we have a core of family and people at the school that we're just there to, make these kids better and grow. And we feel the future is very bright.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.